What's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be doing a movie review of Midnight Sun. Now this movie has a runtime of an hour and 31 minutes. It stars Bella Thorne, Patrick Schwarzenegger, Rob Riggle, and Quinn Shepard. This was directed by Scott Speer, who directed two of the Step Up movies. Not the first one, but after that I don't know which two they were. I do know I've seen one of them though. And it was written by Eric Kirsten. Now, this movie is based off the motion picture screenplay of Taiyu no Uta by Kenji Bandu, which is a Japanese film. And the blankness synopsis, because no spoilers here. The blandest synopsis for this movie is a 17-year-old girl who has a rare disease that prevents her from being able to go into the sun. So one night she's out playing guitar and she meets a guy, and they start up a relationship, and it's about her navigating through this relationship where he doesn't find out that she has a disease because she wants to be looked at as a normal girl and not someone who has a disease, and someone who's sick, because when you're sick people look at you differently. Now, I really enjoyed this movie. It felt like a Nicholas Sparks movie, but it's not a Nicholas Sparks adaptation movie. But I still really enjoyed it. It felt like one of those, which is kudos to the director and the writer for making it feel like that. The acting in this movie is very well done. Bella Thorne is, again, I've known that she was a really good actress, and this movie just proves it again. She tries her hardest in some of her roles because she gets some bad roles that it's not a good movie. But she tries everything to make it good. And in this movie, she has a good role. She has a good script. She has a good director. And she really shines in this movie to me. Patrick Schwarzenegger, he plays, just the typical boyfriend type popular guy in one of these high school coming of age kind of story, romance movies. But they gave him more depth, and I really liked that. And I liked his character development in this too. Rob Riggle, her dad, he showed a new side of his acting chops that I hadn't seen before. I hadn't ever really seen him be emotional and stuff like that. I've only seen him be in comedies, and he has he's funny in this movie, but he has a lot of emotional scenes, and I really enjoyed his performance. I enjoyed seeing his character because I would have never thought he would be able to, flip a switch and be real emotional from seeing him in like 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street as the gym coach. But he did a great job in this role. This movie has a lot of heart and character, and it makes the movie, it's a very sad movie, but it has so much heart that it's like you feel kind of, you feel at ease, and it can be really challenging to make a movie like that, with something so, kind of sad, and make you, throughout the whole movie, you are enjoying the experience, and you really feel like you're there with them. And that all goes back to the writing and how they developed out the characters, and it makes you care about every single character, that every one of the main characters and some of the side characters, and not like, they might be in one or two scenes. You don't really, at like the party scenes, you don't care about some of the friends and whatnot in the high school, but every character that comes on the screen multiple times and has a good portion role, it makes you care about them and what's going to happen to them, and what's the outcome going to be, and for them. And it's really hard to make a movie that makes you care about just about every single side character and the main characters, and that's all good, phenomenal writing. And this story was very intriguing. It kind of has it when it started off. I was like, okay, so this is gonna be like everything, and it's not. It's not at all. She has the same disease, but it's not. It's a totally different movie. It's its own thing. And I really enjoyed the conclusion of this movie. I thought it ended perfectly. Now, I know I've just said a bunch of pros, and y'all probably like, well, he's gonna give it an A+. No, I do have some cons with this movie. For one, the way that they edited together the like different angle of, because you have multiple cameras and then each one gets a different angle, and how they edited some of it together during a conversation, like she's getting out of his truck and it's like back and forth to her face, his face, her face, different angle of her face, different angle of his face, and then next thing you know, she's out the door and it shoots her again outside the door, and it was just, that whole scene kind of just threw me off. And there's a couple other ones like that, and it's just, I mean, it's kind of nitpicking, but I wasn't feeling that whole, how they did that. Now, this isn't a truly, like, I mean, it's a con, but it's not like a bad con either. It pulls just about every single cliche in this genre. The teen romance movie, it has just about every cliche. But is that really a bad thing? I mean, so what if it has a cliche? They're paying homage to all the past movies that have done well in this. And I'm going to say it's a con, but y'all can choose if that would bother you or not. And this should be a major flaw in the movie, but everything was so well done and everything that I'm gonna totally look past it, but it was very predictable. I could really predict how it would end and everything and what might happen, and some turns it like made me question what I'd originally thought, but in the end it ended up being what I thought. But I was so invested in the story that even though I could tell where it was going, I was really, I just enjoyed it, and just felt what the characters were feeling. And it's hard for a movie to do that, like, to me. It really is, because Falling Our Stars, I could see it was very predictable, and I didn't really care for it. But it also didn't develop out the characters, make me care about the characters as much as they did in this one. And so, with all that being said, I am going to give Midnight Sun an A. I'm gonna give it an A. I really enjoyed this movie. I think if you're a fan of romance movies and everything, you will really enjoy this movie. It might make you cry. It'll make you laugh. It might make you cry. All depends on how you feel about things. And yeah, go see this movie. It's probably not gonna make a lot of money, but it's really worth seeing if you had the time. And yeah, if you like this review or you saw the movie, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of my review, my points and thoughts on it, and what were your points and thoughts on it. And in the description down below, I have links to my Instagram and Twitter, so you can follow me on both of those and look out for updates and stuff like that on what I'm doing in just my everyday life. And yeah, like the video, share the video with all your friends, family, everyone that you know, even strangers that you don't know, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Goodbye.